Hi, let's talk about playing in all keys. Actually, what we want to do is prepare our mind to think in all keys. It's not enough to just play a song and play it in all keys. We want to be able to be free in all keys. We want to improvise and be creative. To do that, there's a very simple solution, but it takes some work. The solution is to think in numbers. Now, many of you know that in Europe and parts of Asia, they teach a system called solfège. It's also known as movable do. So you would think do, re, mi, fa, so. Personally, I didn't learn solfège. I think I could learn it if I wanted to. But instead, I have learned to think in numbers, and that is what helps me. So, for instance, let's take a look at intervals. Now, what we want to be able to do with intervals is we have to think in intervals, and we have to hear intervals. We have to be able to play them freely and easily. So take a look at the interval chart. So we have half steps, whole steps. Here's a minor second, major second, minor third, major third, etc. Now, it's vitally important that you be able to sing these intervals, hear these intervals, and play them. So one idea is to think of a song. If you thought of Twinkle, Twinkle, you know you're playing up a fifth. We can also think down a fifth. The point is, however you choose to learn your intervals, you have to spend a lot of time doing this until it becomes part of your thinking process. So I recommend that you spend a lot of time thinking, playing, and hearing intervals. Do it over and over and over until it's part of your language. If you want to think of chords, my suggestion is think of structures, not chords. I'll show you what I mean. Here's a major triad. It consists of a major third on the bottom, which is 5 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 half steps on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. So sure, you can call it a major triad, or you could say major third on the bottom, minor third on top. Now, if I play an inversion of that chord, now I have a minor third on the bottom and a perfect fourth on top. The second inversion will have a perfect fourth on the bottom and a major third on top. And we can do this with minor chords, augmented, there's major third, major third. We can do diminished, minor third, minor third. Now we can also do this with seventh chords, of course. So here's a major third, a minor third, and a major third. It's a structure. And of course, you can think of this structure in all keys. Here's minor. Minor third, major third, minor third. So practice looking at your chords in a fresh way, thinking of them as structures. Let's take a look at scales. Here's a major scale. What gives a major scale a special sound is the half step between 3 and 4, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here's 3 and 4, 7, and 8. If I take my hand and just move it up to the 2nd degree and play a C major scale from there, I am playing D Dorian. Now, Dorian sounds kind of minor because the 3rd degree is a minor 3rd. When it was here, it was a major 3rd. So now the entire scale, with incidentally half steps between 2 and 3 and 6 and 7, sounds minor. So depending upon which note you start, here's Phrygian, the half steps move. Become familiar with all of the intervals and become familiar with seeing music as structures. When you look down on the piano, you'll see chords, but you'll see structures in chords. This is going to become a major element in preparing to think in all keys. So give it a lot of study.